Today's video is brought to you by Experian. Hey guy, welcome back to YouTube.com, a website I made on accident while trying to buy a pair of shoes from Amazon. In today's video, I hope to finally prove once and for all that I do know how to read. So you might remember a couple months ago, I made a video about the Hooked app, mostly just because I was really tired of seeing their ads all the time, specifically this one.
There's a rumor going around that Trevor Holt has the biggest dick!
Now, I was very happy that this video went on to become one of my most viewed. I actually got really worried while making it. I always get in my head when I'm editing my videos, but with this one specifically, I came up with this conspiracy theory that Hooked wasn't actually showing this ad to everyone like I assumed they did. They were only showing this ad to me. And so then when I went to make a video about how annoying the ad was, everyone was just gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this ad. Thankfully, that's not true. Most people were like, yes, I'm tired of this ad as well. I'm glad you made a video about this. So, lucked out there. Anyway, I'm here for part 2 of this video because Trevor and the Virgin are back. Kind of. Past couple weeks, some people have been reaching out to me saying, hey, there's a sequel to the Trevor and the Virgin story, the long-awaited sequel, the very much needed sequel, even though the first one was like an 11-minute long movie that totally buttoned itself up at the end. It's not like there was like a cliffhanger, something that had to be resolved. Maybe this is actually where the conspiracy theory comes true. Maybe they did only make the sequel so I would see it and make another video about it. Well, joke's on you, Hooked app. That's exactly what I'm doing. Now, I had to reinstall the Hooked app for this. I did delete it after the last one. Not before getting charged again because I forgot to cancel. But I re-downloaded the app and I was a little disappointed to find out that it's not another video. It's just a regular story that you gotta read. But then I realized, wait, no, that's even better because the only thing more fun than watching these cringy, awful stories is getting to voice act them myself. Now, I'll sum up the first story real quick in case you forgot from the first video or if you just never saw the first video. Basically, Trevor and the Virgin Part 1 was a story about Martha and this guy Trevor. She didn't like Trevor at first. She liked this other guy, Drew Longhorn.
Yeah, Drew Longhorn.
But then she and Trevor go to a party together. They find out Drew is actually kind of a jerk. And then they kiss.
And there it was.
So that's where we left off. The Virgin is no longer a virgin thanks to Trevor. And they're madly in love, happily ever after, right? Apparently not, because part 2 starts with Martha pretty mad at Trevor. And I'm excited to find out why. I've only read like the first 20% of the story, so let's keep going. Rumor has it that every girl on campus wants Drew Longhorn. Every girl except me. Now, I could have sworn that I owned a cowboy hat. I don't know why I was so sure that I did, because I don't. But this fedora will have to do. Martha, what's up, girl? You're looking good today. I give him a once-over. He looks the same as he always does, which you could pretty much say about every person. Hi, Drew. He pulls out the chair across from me and sits down at my table. Then he flashes his infamous smile. So, what are you doing here? I look down at my sandwich, then blink up at him. Eating lunch? He doesn't catch my sarcasm. Did I seriously have a crush on this guy? Cool. So, why'd you leave the party early last weekend? Things were just getting good between us. I resist the urge to roll my eyes. Clearly, he doesn't remember putting his tongue down Tilla's throat. I had to, study. Speaking of, I better get to class. I go to stand up, but he puts a hand on my arm to stop me. Whoa there, what's the rush? I wanted to ask you something. You got any plans tomorrow? I narrow my eyes with suspicion. Why? The wet party. Yeah, it really says the wet party. That's what the party's called. The wet party. I want you to go. That gets my attention. The wet party is the most exclusive pool party on campus. Only the most popular students get invited, and it sounds like I just got in. Really? I clear my throat to hide my surprise. I have to play it cool. Maybe what time? Starts at noon. Delta House. He reaches in his pocket and pulls out a ticket. His smile widens in challenge as he holds it out. You in? A part of me wants to decline. A wild party like this isn't exactly my scene. But then I think about everything that happened last weekend, and I know I'm up for his challenge. Can I bring a friend? Depends. Is your friend a girl? Yes. He grins wider still, then pulls out a second ticket. Then the more the merrier. But there's one rule. What's that? Hot bathing suits only. None of that conservative crap. Did he just eye my outfit? I nod, hiding my reaction. I lean forward to grab the tickets, but then I stop myself, because there's one thing I need to know first. Do you know if Trevor's going? Drew's quiet for a moment. His gaze is uncharacteristically shrewd as it scans my face. Nah. I heard he has other plans. I reach out and eagerly grab the tickets. Then I'm in. Later that day, I pull a velvet thong bikini from the rack and hold it up to assess myself in the store mirror. Whoa, this is certainly sexy enough, but can a girl like me really pull it off? My best friend's whispered hiss interrupts my thoughts. Whispered hiss. I guess her best friend is a snake. You can't seriously expect me to go to this party. I turn to face her. Why not? I think it'll be fun. She gives me an incredulous look. It makes her glasses... Oh, wait, hold on. It makes her glasses slip down her nose. Fun? Since when do you consider skivvy pool parties fun? Seriously, those things are straight up meat markets. I think I'm gonna ditch the snake thing with this character. Usually on weekends, I can barely tear you away from your science books. Oh my God. I just feel like doing something different, okay? She crosses her arms. She can tell I'm hiding something and knows me too well. Wait, if I'm her best friend and I know her too well, why wasn't I in the first one? They didn't even mention me in the first one, and that was like a week ago. So now I'm the best friend? We met like 3 days ago and I know her so well and I'm her best friend? Yeah, okay. What's this really about, Martha? Oh wait, what the fuck? No! Oh no, I forgot. I'm not gonna pay you money, Hooked. You got $10 for me already, and that was $10 too much if you ask me. Even though a lot of people watched the video I made about you and I definitely made that money back, but still it was too much, okay? It's the principle of it. Fine, if I have to wait 13 minutes, then I'll wait 13 minutes. Hi, Taco Bell? Yeah, I'd like to order a pizza. Yeah, you can put me on hold. 3. Nothing to see here, just folding my clothes. Not plugging anything. Been on hold for a while. Oh, wait, the time, okay. Anyway, what's this really about, Martha? You've been acting weird all week. Does this have anything to do with Trevor Holt? I don't know why I gave her a southern accent, but I'm gonna roll with it. I blow out a long breath. It absolutely does. But I haven't wanted to say anything out loud. Deciding I need to tell her the whole truth, I gather my courage and finally meet her gaze. You know how I told you about our kiss last night? Yeah? Well, afterward, Trevor turned me down. What do you mean? I asked him to, you know. I feel my face heat. I can't say the words, but Deb apparently doesn't have the same problem. Oh my God! You asked him to take your virginity? Ew! I didn't say it like that. I asked him if he wanted to sleep with me, and then he turned me down. Deb rears back in shock. This time her glasses fall off her face. What? After the kiss, we went into my room, we talked for hours, and then I rub a hand over my face, trying not to let my humiliation take hold. And then that was it. I put sex on the table, and he bolted. Trevor Holt bolted. Trevor Holt bolted. Deb looks floored, and I don't blame her. But Trevor never runs away from sex. He runs toward it. He's the guy with the one-night stand box. I know his reputation. You don't have to remind me. I put my head into my hands. He'd been so nice to me that night, Deb. We connected. We had chemistry. Oh God, I really put myself out there when I told him that I wanted him. I squeezed my eyes shut with embarrassment. And now, I haven't even heard from him since. Whatever, I'm over it. It was probably for the best. I don't even know what I was thinking. He doesn't sleep with girls like me. Yeah, girls like me. Because, you know, I read science books on Saturday night. Deb's face falls. Then she pulls me into a hug. It's his loss, Martha. Forget him, seriously. Let's go to this party. Really? Really. We're gonna have a blast at the party of the year. You don't need some stupid football player to do that. Then she pulls the bikini I've been eyeing from the rack. Go with this one. It's totally your color. I knew the wet party was gonna be wild, but as we step through the doors and into the backyard of the frat house, I realize it's not just wild, It's untamed. Shirtless guys are guzzling beer. Girls in bright bikinis of every color sprinkle the lawn. There's pure, unadulterated chaos everywhere I look. A grin spreads across my face. This is exactly what I need. Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore. I guess she's British now. I don't know. I laugh. Ha! No, we aren't. Now let's... But my words get stuck when I look to the left, because there he is, the boy that isn't supposed to be here. Trevor Holt. My breath leaves my body in a whoosh. He looks just as good as I remember. Strong arms, corded with muscle, wide, solid shoulders, and bright, piercing blue eyes. My heart starts galloping in my chest. I don't want to see Trevor. I swear I don't want to see Trevor, but I can't seem to look away. Wait, that's the end of the episode? Oh my god, how long is this? That's only part 1 of 5? Fuck. Drew walks up to me, effectively blocking my view of Trevor and putting an end to our heated stare down. Martha, you made it! I forced myself not to peer around him, but I bounce on my toes, feeling fidgety. Beers are over there in the coolers, but you look like you need something stronger. He holds up a shot. When I toss it back instantly, Deb gives me I guess I shouldn't be wearing Deb this. Gives me a look. I'm gonna grab us a couple waters. Be right back! I nod. What are you doing here, Martha? I stiffen and very slowly bring my gaze to Trevor's. He's standing beside Drew, hands on his hip. God, he looks hot, but he humiliated me last week, so you know what? Screw him. I have every right to be here. I can have just as much fun as the next girl. In fact, I deserve it. Hello to you too, Trevor. And for your information, I was invited here. Is that a problem? Drew throws Trevor a smug grin. She's my date, Holt. None of your concern. He puts an arm around my shoulders, and I do my best not to cringe. But I falter under the weight of Trevor's knowing stare. I turn to Drew. Are there any more shots? Your wish is my command. Yeehaw! And then he rides his horse to the beer cooler. A date with Drew? Really? Part of me wants Trevor to be jealous, but his stare is boring into my soul, and I can't help it. I have to be honest. It's not a date. Drew invited me, and I said yes. That's all there is to it. Trevor crosses his arms over his well-defined chest. I guess I'm just surprised. I thought this sort of party wasn't really your thing. My cheeks turn red, but I try to appear nonchalant. Maybe now it is. Could have fooled me. You look uncomfortable. He continues glowering at me, and I can't figure out what his problem is. What happened to the laid-back, fun-loving guy I met last weekend? Is my presence bothering him that much? My voice rises with my temper. Maybe I'm uncomfortable because you're glaring at me and I have no idea what I did wrong. He blows out of breath, then he looks around, seeming annoyed. Stop worrying, Trevor. I don't expect you to babysit me like last time. I can take care of myself. Are you sure about that? Cause this party gets pretty crazy and I don't want you to— Don't want me to what? Have fun? Live a little? Seriously, what's your problem with me being here? His nostrils flare. I'm worried about you. Why? Because you don't go to parties like this. You're... I'm what, Trevor? Say it. He's just about to respond, but a familiar voice calls his name. Trevor! We're setting up beer pong. Be my partner? I wore a scarf to a pool party. Guys, I was out of hats, I'm sorry. Drew is suddenly by my side again, 2 shots in his hands. Beer pong sounds perfect. I'm way too sober right now, and that needs to be remedied. You down, Martha? I take a shot from Drew's hand and toss it back. I can feel Trevor's hot stare on me the whole time. Drew puts an arm around my shoulder again. When we walk away, oh God, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting lost with all these characters. When we walk away, Trevor follows. He stares as Drew and I set up one side of the table, and he's forced to go to the other. Tilla runs a hand down his arm, then her eyes snag on me. Recognition fills her gaze. I don't really know what that means. And her red upper lip curls with disgust. You again, huh? She points a long nail in my direction. You better watch yourself. Trevor pushes her arm down. Be quiet, Tilla. Drew just laughs. God, I can't. Ha ha! Girls, come on. We all just want to have a good time. His arm slithers down my waist, and I see Trevor's eyes lock on the movement. When Drew starts to bring his lips towards my neck, Trevor claps his hands together loudly, startling everyone. Longhorn! Switch sides with me. The glare is too strong over here. I can't see. The sun's in my eyes. Tilla narrows her eyes. Where are your sunglasses? Must have misplaced them. Drew? Drew blinks once, then shrugs. Fine with me. I can see you better from down there anyway. I force a tight smile, but when Trevor walks over, the smile fades. I hate this new tension between us, but I don't know how to fix it. I suddenly feel Tilla's eyes on me again. Drew might not have cared about the partner switch, but I can tell she isn't happy about it. Her hands are crossed under her ample chest. You know, not every detail is necessary. She looks me up and down from head to toe, smirking at my conservative sundress, and then she smiles wickedly. I say we make this more interesting. Let's raise the stakes. Drew's eyes drop to her cleavage. What did your boobs have? What did you have in mind? Strip? Beer pong. Look, but if I have to start taking things off, you won't know which character is which. I'm game. How does it work? Every time Drew or I sink a cup, one of you has to remove an article of clothing. She licks her lips at Trevor, and vice versa. I shrug, trying to look casual. Sounds easy enough. As Drew and Tilla finish setting up their cups, Trevor puts a hand on my arm. I don't think this is such a good idea. I swing angry eyes his way. What is it? Playing strip beer pong? Or me coming to this party in the first place? That's not what I mean. It's not that I don't want you here, or that I don't think you belong. He pauses to rub a hand over his mouth. You're a sweet girl, Martha, and most of the people here are not. I don't want you to get hurt. I'm 21 years old, Trevor, just like you. I'm not some delicate flower, and if anyone has hurt me here, it's you. Crap! I didn't mean to blurt that last part out. Trevor's chest expands as he sucks in sharp breath. How did I? Luckily, Drew interrupts before he can finish. Trevor, let's face off. He tosses a ping pong ball to our side of the table. Trevor catches the ball easily and sets up against Drew. But when they both throw the ball, it's Trevor's that goes into the cup. Drew just shrugs good-naturedly. That's what I get for going up against the quarterback. And he takes full advantage of the situation. He pulls his shirt over his head in slow motion. And yeah, though his body is kind of a masterpiece, I can barely suppress an eye roll. All right, our ball. Hope you guys are ready to get naked. What am I doing?
Okay, I'm actually gonna skip a little bit of this, because I would feel really uncomfortable reading it to you.
Basically, Martha's like the first person who has to, strip off something. Then she gets all nervous because, she doesn't want people to see her tits and butt. But then she freaks out, goes inside, and Deb is there. And she's like, no, you can do this. And then she builds up the courage and goes back outside and says this. Tilla, you said top or bottom? How about both? And then she gets fully naked, which I get where the story's coming from. It's like she built up the confidence. But strictly from like the game point of view, you just lost. But anyway, she gets naked and jumps in the pool, and then everyone gets naked and jumps in the pool, and then Trevor gets naked and jumps in the pool, and then they kiss, and then they put their clothes back on, and then they leave, and then she goes back to her dorm, and it ends exactly the same way that the first one did, with them closing the door and implying that they had sex. So I can only assume that they didn't have sex, and there will be a part 3, and I will not make a video about it. I'm done hooked. I'm done with you. Also, I did just realize this was an audio story that did have voice acting, but after listening to a few seconds of that, I realized it was probably better that I did it myself.
He laughs loudly and spins me around. Splash!
So, in conclusion, the Hooked app. What do we think of it now? 2 months ago, I was very quick to say that the Hooked app was not worth the money because there simply wasn't enough content on it. And now that some time has passed and they've added more content, the new question is Hooked now worth $5 a week? No! I give this app 10 out of 10. Thumbs down. Now, normally this would be the end of the video, but I'm still bitter about the fact that I spent money on this app and I'd like to get it back with a brand deal. Hi, I'm famous YouTuber Drew Gooden, and I'd like to say a few words at your face. Life is full of obstacles. Sometimes you'll be reading a really cool and awesome story, but then the app you're on makes you wait 13 minutes to read the rest. Sometimes you'll be trying to get out of your garage, but you can't because there's a skateboard in the way. And sometimes you might run into financial obstacles, like having a low credit score. And look, I totally totally understand why you are probably about to click off this video right now. No one wants to talk about credit scores. I didn't want to talk about my credit score, and then I tried to apply for an apartment, and they made me pay a higher security deposit because my credit score sucked. And then I wanted to talk about credit scores, but it was too late. So today I just want to talk to you real quick about something called Experian Boost, a free way to potentially boost your credit score in a matter of minutes. Just by doing the things you're already doing, paying your bills on time, your utilities, your cell phone bill, and did I mention it's free? Experian Boost can potentially help you establish or increase your access to credit. It's safe, it's secure, and it's 100% free. No credit card required. It used to take months in order to increase your credit score. Now you can do it instantly. Most people who use Boost see an increase of 10 points or greater in a matter of minutes. Some obstacles in life are completely insurmountable, and you can feel hopeless trying to get around them yourself. But now there's a way to boost your FICO score instantly for free. Boost is only available at Experian.com/Drew, or you can click the link in the description box. People all across America have already raised their credit scores using Experian Boost, and I invite you to do the same. So if you could RSVP as soon as possible, that'd be great. My mom needs to know how many cupcakes she has to make. Thank you so much to Experian for sponsoring today's video, and I will see all of you guys at the wet party.